For Wii U fans everywhere, the hourglass is running out. The final death nail in the Wii U's coffin will be when the Wii U eShop closes in March 2023. But coming up very soon, the Wii U eShop ends credit card support everywhere on May 23rd of 2022. The time is now. If there's ever been anything you want on the Wii U eShop, you better kick your ass into gear and scoop up the games that you want on the eShop before it's too late. Today, we take a look at a 16-bit console that a lot of folks missed out on back in the day. Today, we look at the TurboGrafx 16. It is a bit of a hidden gem on the Nintendo Wii U eShop.
You got the Outsiders, Kevin Nash,
Scott Hall.
and if you get a chance, you need to be watching Gaming Off the Grid.
Don't miss it.
Ever.
A nice little hidden nug on the Wii U eShop that is not in the menus. You scroll, you see the tiles of what virtual consoles are on the Wii U eShop, and one is missing. The TurboGrafx 16.
Yes, but it is on there under their Virtual Console app. So I feel like the TurboGrafx 16, a lot of people don't know, is on the Wii U eShop. It's amazing, a lot of sweet games. Great way to get your hands on games that a lot of people didn't play growing up.
Yeah.
This is so cool because a lot of these games are crazy expensive. Half of them are on the TurboGrafx 16 Mini, so if you have that, you can play them, but Wii U eShop, TurboGrafx 16.
Low barrier of entry.
Yeah, super cheap to get these games.
I think like the TurboGrafx CD games are like $7.99, but the regular TG16 games are $5.99.
Yeah.
A lot of these games are great. The TurboGrafx 16 is very unique in the fact that it, I would say, was a commercial failure.
Yeah.
And a lot of those is like, wow, is it worth playing? You know, you go back and if you play like the Atari Jaguar, it's pretty rough. The TurboGrafx 16, though, some of these games are bad.
This console's incredible. A lot of fantastic games. Let's jump into 10 games that are way cheaper on the Wii U eShop than they are physical. And now we're going to do loose prices. We're going to do in order from cheapest to most expensive, and we will throw in the CIB price, but I will tell you the CIB price is out of control. Yeah. So we're just going to loose. The loose is out of control.
Yeah, it is.
TurboGrafx 16 is expensive.
I feel like the TurboGrafx 16 as a whole has kind of reached a point of almost... we're at a point in its life cycle with the prices where I don't think... Unless you have a collection already, you're probably not going to jump into this console.
Yeah, so this is a great way to get your hands and be able to play these games that are really badass.
And before we get started, we know all these games can be emulated.
Yeah,
we know.
Yeah.
You don't have to get your little nut scratchers fired up and leave a comment telling us. We know. We know. But these are just ways for people to get them on their Wii U before the eShop closes, and it's going to stop accepting credit cards May 23rd of 2022.
So less than a month when you guys see this video.
I kind of look at that date as like, that's kind of the day, because I don't know that people are going to go through
because
all the,
you'll still be able to use like Nintendo eShop cards or like do stuff online, but that's just another step.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get on the Wii U eShop right now, enter your card information, and download these games. So do it right now. This is a call to action.
You got like 4 weeks.
Yeah,
to get it figured out.
This is a market analysis, so we're not going to dive deep into like the games themselves. We will mention like what types of games they are, but it's more of just a comparing prices. So let's jump into the first game. That's Bomberman 93. I love the Bomberman games. This is a fantastic game. $5.99 on the Wii U eShop. This game loose is $138.52. Now I'm just going to throw this in here for fun. CIB for this game, $475.19. So it's absolutely insane, but $5.99 for Bomberman 93. It's a Bomberman game that's up to 2 players. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it is. I think you can even do like AI bots.
Oh,
so you can do like 3, 4 player.
Yeah.
But it is a lot of fun. We were playing 2 player to get screen cap for it. It's just a good time. If you've played Bomberman 93 is hammer for $5.99. That's a great price and a great fun 2-player romp.
I will say that this game is available on the TurboGrafx 16 Mini.
Yeah.
If you have that, I know a lot of people don't really have that Mini because it didn't do as well as like the NES Super Nintendo Genesis Mini. We have the Mini and it's awesome. Yeah. So it is available on that if you have that. And then moving on to Airzonk, which is also available on the TurboGrafx 16 Mini. This game is sweet. It's just a shmup.
It's like a cute 'em up.
Yeah.
It's like the little life things are smiley faces.
It's like a Japanese cute shmup, you know. Yeah. $5.99 on the Wii U eShop. This game is $141.71 loose. CIB, it's $254.94. So not as bad, still very expensive. I feel like the barrier of entry, if you want to get into collecting for the TurboGrafx 16 Mint, or just in general, you have to buy the console, you gotta buy everything's expensive.
Yeah.
So this is just a great way to do that. Like, if you're thinking about getting into that, you have to buy the console, and then you Airzone for 150. You could spend a lot of money.
Even if you did want to go down that rabbit hole and you want a quick, cheap, easy way to play these games, this is
a way to like test them before you want to jump in there. Now moving on to Superstar Soldier, $5.99 on the Wii U eShop. This game is $145.57 loose. CIB, it's $154.48, so it's pretty close to its CIB loose price.
Although we haven't played this game, this looks like a really awesome vertically scrolling shooter.
Yeah, and what's cool about the TurboGrafx 16 is there's a lot of really cool, awesome shmups on there. This game is not available on the TurboGrafx 16 Mini, so if you don't have that, and if you're not hacking your consoles, this is a great way to get your hands on it and be able to play it because it looks really fun. Now moving on to New Adventure Island. If you're a fan of the Adventure Island games, this is another one of those. I'm not a fan of those. They're alright. They're just platformers. This game is available on the TurboGrafx 16 Mini. On the Wii U eShop, it is $5.99, which is super cheap because the loose price for this game is $169.38. CIB, $267.50. Wow. Yeah, insane.
These games are getting wild. Now, a TurboGrafx CD game that is on here is Lords of Thunder. It's a really awesome shooter. It's a side-scrolling shooter, but it's got kind of some like a leveling up type mechanics.
Which is cool.
You started off and you're not a ship. It's not a spaceship shooter. You're like a flying person, just like, you know, got a nice little V spread going on.
It's so cool. Since this is a Turbo CD game on the Wii U eShop, it's $7.99.
Yep.
So wow, we're getting expensive here. $8. But loose for this Turbo CD game, $201.53. CIB, $228.95. This game is a lot of fun. We have it on the Mini. It's a blast.
Yeah, another great shooter that you can get on the Wii U eShop, and this one is starting to get expensive, is Soldier Blade. We call it Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy, I told him.
This game is beautiful, and it's a ton of fun if you like spaceship shooters, shmups, what have you. This game is awesome. Robert couldn't put it down.
Dude, it's so much fun. So $5.99 on the Wii U eShop. This game is $253.04 loose. And, no joke, CIB, $556.
500. We've crossed that 500 threshold.
God, for CIB. This game is available on the TurboGrafx 16 Mini. That's how we played it. It's a blast. Now moving on to Newtopia 2. This is also available on the TurboGrafx 16 Mini, which is cool. A lot of these are. $5.99 on the Wii U eShop. This is going for $261.58 loose. 580 CIB, almost $600.
This is a really cool game if you're into like the older Zelda games.
Yeah, older Zelda games, like the older Pokemon games. It's like that top-down view. It's probably pretty cool, but it's one of those games where you'd have to probably spend a lot of time with it and really get into the story. Mm-hmm. I just put it in for a couple minutes and was like, okay, I get the vibe of it. Yeah. Moving on.
World Sports Competition. This is a game we haven't played, but we are going to be downloading it on the Wii U eShop. Because this is right up our alley. It's like that track and field, you have multiple events, long jump, there's freaking like canoing, there's swimming.
There's whatever that called with the rifle, shooting the cups. I don't know what it's called. I'm not a sports man. But we love these types of games. This game looks really cool. It's $5.99 on the Wii U eShop. We will be downloading this, and we will be playing it. Loose, this game is $280.22. CIB, $292.50 for World Sports Competition.
Yeah. It's getting up there.
Yeah, it's getting up there, but $6 on the Wii U
I'm
eShop.
guessing it's got to be pretty good if it's warranting that price. Like, people want to play that. And just looking at footage when we were going through the Wii U, this game looks like it's right up our alley. Like,
because we love like the ESPN track and field by Konami on the PS2, and it looks very similar to that. And
I mean, they're just older and looks worse.
Yeah, but they're just great kind of sports party games. Now moving on to Shockman.
Shockman is another game that is not on the TurboGrafx 16 Mini. It's kind of like a Mega Man
He's
clone.
a Shockman. That's what he is.
Well, he's kind of like a Mega Man knockoff. But this game is actually really good. It's a little platformer. He shoots with his hand just like Mega Man does.
It's really sweet. $5.99 on the Wii U shop. This is approaching $300 loose for the TurboGrafx 16. That's $294.12. And then CIB, it's $317.50.
It's getting crazy.
So crazy. Now moving on to the last game for the TurboGrafx 16. That's just, this price difference is absolutely insane. Bonk 3, Bonk's Big Adventure. So a lot of people have heard of Bonk. I think Bonk is like the staple in the TurboGrafx 16.
Yeah, like their mascot.
Yeah, but on the Wii U eShop, it's $5.99. Loose. This game is $360.10. And what is it CIB, you ask? $792.11, almost $800 for CIB Bonk 3, Bonk's Big Adventure.
Yeah, so I just think there's tons of value here, even if you have a TurboGrafx 16 Mini, which we do. And we haven't modded that one. That's one of our mini consoles we haven't modded. But there are just some games that if you ever thought, hey, I'd like to play that, but I don't have a console where I've got all these ROMs loaded. This is a great low barrier of entry and a way that you can play them on the cheap. I mean, you could take $15-$20 and get
a couple of these. And dude, all the shmups are fantastic. All the games that we have played on this list, we've loved.
Yeah.
They're so much fun. The TurboGrafx 16 has an amazing library that a lot of people don't know about. So this is a great, easy, cheap way to get into these games that you haven't played.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of value if you're just even thinking about getting the TurboGrafx 16 Mini. Before you take that leap, I want to say they're north of $100 for one of those now. Great mini console. They did a fantastic job, but maybe you want to try a couple of these games that are even on that to determine if you want to get it.
It's a great way to get your feet wet before the pool breaks. But we're running out of time, guys. The Wii U eShop is closing in less than a year. You will no longer support credit cards in less than a month. Time is approaching. The time is now. We're going to keep doing these. I think the next one we're going to do N64. We're going to dive into all the consoles, do the same type of market analysis. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these, and it's just awareness. Like, look how cheap these are on the Wii U eShop.
Yeah, I think
get all your games.
Everybody's got to read their own mail. If you have a Wii U, if you've got other ways to play them, that is totally fine. We get that. We have other ways to play some of these too. But the last thing we want is someone who's a fan of us and watches our channel to be like, holy shit, I had no idea that this was closing, or that I couldn't use credit cards as of this time, and I wish I would have got these games, because once that ship sails, it's gone. It's
gone forever. So that's why we're really hunkering down right now and talking about this stuff.
I think that probably monthly we'll come across somebody, whether it's a friend of ours or somebody in the comment section that's like, damn, I always wish I would have got those the Wii Virtual Console Rebirth games from Konami.
Yeah, those
the Contra, the Castlevania, Gradius, and then they also it wasn't Konami, but they also had the like the Blaster Master game. But there's people that are always like, man, I never got my hands on those, and I've never found a way to play those. Now, that tells you that not everybody knows how to mod their consoles, to hack their consoles, because you can get those still. There's various ways, but the average casual gamer does not know how to do that, so I think that's where this provides great value to those.
I know we said at the beginning of this episode, we're going to say it in every episode, we're going to get comments that is, I have a hacked console. Oh, cool, dude. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so do we.
Cool.
But there's still value of being able to play on your Wii U and play some awesome TurboGrafx 16 games. It's just a really cool feature that is kind of a hidden nugget, at least in North America. When you just scroll through that front page, you see the tiles for their main line virtual consoles, your Game Boy, your N64, NES, Super Nintendo. There's no tile for TurboGrafx 16.
No, which sucks, so a lot of people don't know it's there, but it is. Check them out. A lot of great games. There's more than 10, obviously. These are just the 10 that was the biggest spread. Check out the Wii U eShop. We're going to say it in every episode. There's a lot of stuff to offer, depending on what type of gamer you are. Now let's talk about this beer. Yeah. Another Barntown beer. This one's weird. The Fruity Fest necklace. This is get ready for it, a pretzel salad sour with pretzels, strawberries, whipped cream, and cream cheese.
There's a lot going on here.
Weird. Pretzels, cream cheese, strawberry whipped cream. It's just a weird. Why would that be good in a beer? It's good.
It is. It's fantastic. And this is like most of their sours at Barntown. And they do various other beers. During the winter months, they've got kick-ass stouts.
Oh, yeah.
They make really good IPAs. But kind of during this time of year, maybe year-round, but really kind of spring, summer, they kind of do these fruit-forward sours that I would say are more on the dessert sour side of the spectrum than like a traditional Goza sour.
They're not like super puckery. Yeah. There's a little bit of that tart sour, but it's mostly just like you drink it and you get the flavor of whatever they're portraying.
And this is really good. There's a lot going on. There's almost steps in how it tastes. Like right up front, it almost is like a strawberry shortcake or cheesecake.
You get that strawberry, that whipped cream, that breadiness from the pretzel, and then like the aftertaste. This is gonna sound weird, but it is good. You get like that creaminess from the cream cheese.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's very weird to say in a beer, but it's very good.
No, but I like beers that like really, especially when we've done over 500 episodes, we've done over 500 beer reviews, where I can tell the steps of the flavor profile, and it's unique, and it's a progression of flavors that I don't recall ever having.
Yeah, I've never had a beer that's like this.
Yeah,
it's when the first time I tried it, I was like, whoa. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, and I think these type of beers, there's going to be two camps. There's going to be somebody watching this that like, that ain't beer. Okay, that's fine, but it is. But there's also folks that maybe would be saying, well, I don't like beer. And the fun thing with beer, you know, it's kind of like if you're a beer fan, you're kind of like a foodie in a way. There is a beer out there for everyone.
Yeah, even if you don't think you like beer, you can probably...
Yeah.
A lot of people get into beer starting with sours.
Yeah.
Like, especially Barntown. Great introduction.
Yep.
Because, man, this is, like, just unique and cool and, like, really good.
And the cool thing about going to their brewery is you never know what's going to be on draft.
It's always different.
It's always different, and there's always something that you're like, what the hell would that taste like? I gotta try that. And it usually knocks our freaking socks off.
It's just part of the fun, and they have great food.
Yeah.
So check out Barntown if you're ever in our neck of the woods, Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why you would be. But, we have pretty good beer.
They're dialed in.
This is freaking delicious. And you know what else is dialed in? The TurboGrafx 16 and the Wii U eShop.
Yep.
Check it out. The Wii U eShop, fantastic. It's closing soon.
Now's the time. A strategy that we did. Again, you can do what you want, but there's so much on the Wii U eShop that in a month, are you going to know exactly what you want? So we went in there with our credit card and we just threw like $100 on our account.
Yeah.
That'll stay on there. It will all go away if you let the eShop close. But I would do that and then just snipe away at things that you decide that you want to play.
So add the funds, because once credit card support stops, your funds are still there.
Yeah.
Then you still have time to be like, okay, I want to get this game. So you don't have to go in and drop a bunch of money and buy a ton of games right away. Just add money to your account. Yeah. And then slowly take away.
And, you know, you already talked about that there are more games than we discussed on the TurboGrafx 16, and that's how it is in every one of these videos. You know, the value proposition maybe isn't there, but I always look at games like New Super Mario Bros. U from the DS. That game is so fun to play on the TV. So fun. I enjoy playing handheld games more on the TV. So there's some Game Boy and DS games and stuff like that, you know, yeah, you could probably get the game for $15 and it's, you know, $9.99 or whatever the price is. It might not have the best spread, but if it's a game that you think you would like playing on TV, on your Wii U,
it's just a great way. And I love how the Wii U, it's like the one console for everything, dude. You can have all these games and download all these games and just be like, fire up your Wii U, play some TurboGrafx 16, play some freaking Wii games, play some freaking Super Nintendo games, play some, just everything on one place. It's so awesome. That's why I love the Wii U.
Very cool.
It's awesome. But the next episode in this series, N64.
It's about time for some N64 action. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time, right here on the one and only Gaming Off the Grid. Run away from trouble if you can. The TurboGrafx seats. Look, old Yeller's leaving, and you could hear a pin drop when Tommy locked the door.
Oh shit!
And he locks him in and he just beats him up.
Beats the fuck.
Yeah. All right, should we give this a poke?
Yeah, that's pretty tabloid.
This one's for Becky.
Yeah, this one's for Becky.
Son of a bitch. Attention Hy-Vee shoppers. I have a warning for everybody in the store. There is hummus among us.
You can't say that over the air. Some old lady will freak out.
I repeat, over our delicatessen, there is hummus among us.
That's so funny.
He was so funny.